Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another match here on WWE 2K25. This one is Hank and Tank going up against the Good Hands. And this is two brand new debuting tag teams, four brand new people we've never even used before. And a great opportunity for them both to showcase what they can do. And if they impress, who knows? Maybe you want to see them more, I want to see them more, and they'll get more opportunities. So first of all, this is Hank and Tank. You've got Hank there on the right-hand side with the full hair. Tank on the left-hand side with... I'm not sure what that is. That's not a mullet, is it? It's a top knot. I don't know what it is, to be honest. But either way, Tank is the one on the left. Hank is the one with the full hair on the right. These two guys, former NXT Tag Team Champions. Also former ROW Tag Team Champions. I had no idea what that was either. But after a quick Google search, it turns out that ROW is Booker T's training school. So they've held a couple of belts, signed with WWE back in 2022, and now starting to showcase what they can do on NXT. Good luck to them. But again, it's the first time we are ever using them here in SWE. And they are going up against the team of the Good Hands. This is Jason Hotch on the left-hand side in the pants, and we have got John Schuyler on the right-hand side in the longer tights. I know very little about these two because these two don't even have their own Wikipedia page. I don't even know anything, to be honest. All I do know is that they're currently part of a group alongside Mustafa Ali and Tasha Steelz known as Order 4. I think they have been sort of passed around a few different groups, to be honest with you. I think they've recently, as you can probably tell by the attire, they've recently been upgraded from the Good Hands to the Great Hands. I think that was done by Mustafa Ali. And yeah, I know very little about them. However, ChatGPT suggested this one and said that they are a very good technical tag team. And it's a great opportunity to combine the styles of both of the teams together. And for me, it's a great opportunity to give four brand new people a chance to show what they can do. And two brand new tag teams. And like I said, we've already seen it with this week. With Dark State, I've been very impressed with. Tabion Heights, I've quite enjoyed watching. Kalani Jordan, I've quite enjoyed watching. And these are all people now that I will consider booking more often. And this is the chance that both of these teams also have as well. I don't even know who I would consider the favourites for this one either, to be honest. I mean, by the looks of it, from cage match and so forth, the Good Hands or the Great Hands have never won tag team gold together. However, Hank and Tank, like I said, are two-time tag team champions across both NXT and ROW. So maybe the Tank and Hank would be the favourites, I would imagine, slightly. But who knows? It's going to be tricky for me to figure out who's who go through this, isn't it? So like I said, Hank is the one with the full hair. He's just been thrown to the outside there by John Schuyler, who's currently in the full tights. You've got Tank inside the ring working over Jason Hotch now. Yeah, I was considering putting a six-man tag in at some point with the Good Hands alongside Mustafa Ali. I was going to put it on the pay-per-view, but obviously Mustafa Ali is already booked for that because he will be main eventing the pay-per-view alongside, of course, Ethan Page to fight for the SWE YouTube Championship. Nice backdrop there by Jason Hotch. He's caught straight away by a Hank who's now wrenching away at the arm. See John Schuyler on the apron taunting. I was a bit confused because I thought that John Schuyler, I don't know why, but in my mind John Schuyler was a name I recognised, and I thought, oh, he's the guy from, what were they called? What were they called? Oh, I might be right, you know. Am I right? 1 second. Let me just double check. Was he the former NXT guy that was part of... No, ignore me. Okay, I'm wrong. I don't know why I thought he was part of the stable that had like Gunner and people like that. I forgot what it was called now. No, it's not. Yeah, completely ignore me. I was completely wrong. I don't know. Just in my mind, I had that as a... what were they called? Let me just search for Gunner. There he is. Gunner, Jackson Riker. You're probably shouting the name of what I'm trying to say now anyway, aren't you? And it was... Steve Cutler, who we'll see, Wesley Blake, the Forgotten Sons, that was it. Yeah, but in my mind, for some reason, I thought he was one of the Forgotten Sons, but obviously he's not. I made that up completely in my head. So yeah, they are two brand new people I know very little about. Neither of them have got Wikipedia pages. I don't even know how old they are or anything. I've got a clue, to be honest, but I'm sure someone out there can fill me in. The problem is, at the moment, I'm just not watching a ton of wrestling, so I'm losing track of a lot of the newer people. And it's something I do need to try and do. And I can't watch WWE main roster, I must admit. I really do struggle. But with NXT, I think it's something I'm willing to give more of a try to. And TNA, I don't even know where you watch it in the UK anymore, TNA. It's just completely disappeared off of everything. I have been watching some of the pay-per-views and so forth, but I don't think the Good Hands have made it onto the main show so far. There is actually a pay-per-view coming up in a couple of days, isn't there? Is it Bound for Glory? Bound for Glory 2025. The card is currently... Okay, the Good Hands are actually on that card. You've got the System versus Order 4 in a 10-person intergender hardcore war. Wow, okay. So you've got Moose, Alicia Edwards, Eddie Edwards, Brian Myers, and JDC, otherwise known as Fandango, up against Mustafa Ali, Tasha Steeles, Special Agent Zero, no idea who that is, Jason Hotch, and John Schuyler. So the Good Hands, if you do want to see them in action, will be on TNA's Bound for Glory this weekend. I might actually watch that, to be honest. There's some interesting people in there. I'm interested by Leon Slater versus Javon Evans. I think it's going to be a fantastic match. You've got Kalani Jordan versus Indy Hartwell. It'll probably be interesting as well. I'm not sure I really want to watch the Hardys versus Team 3D. It sounds like it's going to be a bit painful. A bit like when you watch those horrific matches from the Saudi Arabia shows where it was, what was it, Undertaker and Kane versus Shawn Michaels and Triple H and stuff like that. But there's matches on there that excite me, and there's matches on there that really don't at all. I mean, Trick Williams versus Santana is not really something that really fills me full of much intrigue, but if it's on, I'll watch it. Why not? I'll give it a go. But outside of Leon Slater, Javon Evans, that's all I'm really interested in, to be honest, but I might try and get the entire show in. I'm going to pay for it, might as bloody well, mightn't I? Right, I don't even know who the favourites would be for this. My inclination would be Hank and Tank, based solely off the fact that they have both won tag team gold in the past. And looking at the little things I can find on Cage Matching so far, I don't think that the Good Hands have ever held gold as a tag team together. So I do feel like Hank and Tank should be the favourites in this one, but you never know, really. And if it is true that the Good Hands are a very technical tag team, I'd be interested in maybe doing like a Good Hands versus FTR might be fun. But it's definitely a team we could utilise to help put some of the other teams over, because they're not the best team in the world, but they're a team you could definitely use to help put over some of the stronger ones. And that's what you need. You need a group of solid tag teams that you know can put on a good match, but can also be utilised to help put the stronger teams over, if that makes sense. As look at that, oh, the discus forearm right to the back of the head by Tank on Jason Hotch inside the ring. We've got Hank on the outside now working over John Schuyler with the strikes in the face. Remember, it's standard tag team tornado rules currently applying, so no disqualification. That's not my rules, just the way the game's set up. No countouts, but first pinfall or submission inside the ring will be the winner. I'm interested to see with this Bound for Glory as well, considering that currently two of the championships are held by NXT talent, both the main World Championship and the main Women's Championship, or Knockouts Championship, is held by TNA, held by NXT wrestlers. There's the pin now, and that's going to be not enough. Okay. But you've also got Javon Evans going up against Leon Slater for the X Division Championship as well. I'm interested to see how much of the TNA gold TNA will actually hold on the way out of that tournament. It just seems at the moment NXT is dominating TNA, and it'd be nice. I suppose that was the whole idea behind this invasion thing. It's sort of what they were leaning towards. And a double pin here by Hank and Tank. That should be enough actually to pick up the 3 count. It's not. The referee started counting for Hank. It is enough in the end. Okay. I was going to say he counted 1 pin that only went to a 2, and I thought that might have given enough time for the other guy to kick out, but it wasn't. And Hank and Tank do pick up the victory here in the debuting tag team action. Right, where are we then? Hank and Tank, they pick up the victory. The Good Hands pick up the loss. So obviously Hank and Tank move up to a +1 after 1. Good Hands drop down to a -1 after 1. I mean, both teams did okay. I don't think either of them really were massively impressive, but I don't think I would write them off. I think I'd definitely give them an opportunity in the future. It's just down to where they're going to fit in the grand scheme of the things that we do. We probably will do some more TNA stuff at some point, and maybe there'll be a good option for that. The problem is every time we do a TNA show, we do like the entirety of TNA. We do like the whole history of TNA, and sometimes we end up just forgetting about some of the people that are on the current roster. We start dealing with the likes of the Motor City Machine Guns, Beer Money, the Young Bucks, America's Most Wanted, Daniels and Kazarian and people like that, and we forget about the talent they currently have. That might be the issue. And then again with NXT, we don't often do much NXT stuff, do we? That's the problem, because there's a lot of stuff that a lot of people that are on the game that have barely really been used. I mean, we do have NXT Homecoming planned at some point, which is going to be a battle of both current day and old school NXT, but I don't think Hank and Tank are even on the booking for that. They are not, no. But then again, it's really, really strong, the booking for the entire show, so it's where Hank and Tank would fit, to be honest. But it's a great victory for Hank and Tank. In the singles division, then again, they both move up to a +1, with John Skyler and Jason Hotch both moving down to a -1. But yeah, I'll be open to giving both these teams some more opportunities. Maybe with a good win by Dark State, a good win here by Hank and Tank. With that open match we have left at the pay-per-view, could we do some tag team action? Maybe put a couple of these teams that have done really well this week up against each other. I mean, we do have a couple more debuting tag teams coming up this week. Ones that I've not heard of before. We've got TNT tomorrow. No, on Friday, sorry, TNT. The team of Tyreek Igwe and Tyson DuPont. And then on Saturday, we've got OTM, which I believe is Out of the Mud. And that is Lucian Prince and Bronco Nima. I don't know. Maybe we could just put the 4 brand new NXT tag teams up against each other and see who comes out on top. Then again, the pay-per-view is already going to be pretty long because we do have 2 full War Games matches on the pay-per-view. So maybe a 4-way elimination tag team match might be a bit much for my sanity in terms of how long that video is going to be. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Either way, victory for Hank and Tank. We haven't had many NXT victories over the last few days, I must admit. TNA has been dominant in the majority of them, but that's a good, solid win by Hank and Tank. I love you, leave you good night. God bless everybody the same. See you next time. Bye-bye.